In order to truly put a dent in climate change, we're going to have to utilize the entire human capital of the world. But we're not tapping into a potential that is represented by rural communities. Rural communities represent about half of the world, so about 3 to 4 billion people who are not yet fully leveraged in terms of fighting climate change. So, nature based solutions are really the real solution to truly offset current level of emissions. We've reached the point of no return. We're just burning too much fossil fuels and we're just releasing too much carbon dioxide to not leverage all of the potential that we have. Rural communities, and notably the women represented in rural community who play a critical role in not only agricultural tasks but also water collection. So reforestation project, what they do is they help not only bring equality, bring gender equality into the table because they facilitate the lives of these young girls and women who are typically in charge of collecting water. So if we build a water well, for example, they will save a lot of time and they can reinvest that time into education or income generating activities. And also, indigenous people represent a significantly high percentage of rural communities and they have invaluable knowledge of nature. They know what are the right tree species to plant in certain areas based on the soil, the type of soil of that area. They also know how to um, quantify the amount of water to use for each plant. So we need to leverage this ancestral knowledge that indigenous people have on agricultural science. Last but not least, many young people in African nations are risking their lives to go to Europe in order to find jobs. They're basically fleeing unemployment in African nations, most notably sub Saharan African countries such as Senegal, Mauritania, Burkina Faso, and so on and so forth. So, by creating jobs such as reforestation project or tree planting projects, we basically creating a circular economy. So these young people, nearly 290 million of them, will be able to find jobs and remain in their country and not risk their life in perilous clandestine migration where they could die trying to get into a better life. So, really, what we should be thinking about here is leveraging climate finance to sustain rural development within these communities. These communities are the most affected by climate change. They're losing land through sea level rise. They're losing crops to droughts and rainfall deficit. So creating these jobs will help them. Instead of being victim, they will be active participant in climate